Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025, pre-market report. All right, people, let's just cut right to it. Um, President Trump here appears to have given the stock market exactly what it wanted. What am I talking about? If you recall, during the campaign and even up until yesterday, um, the talk of tariffs were really a big deal. We were going to slam these people with tariffs because we're going to make them pay. Well, not so much anymore. So apparently, with regard to China and everywhere else, tariffs are being dramatically reduced, possibly even just 10% for China beginning on February 1st. Not only that, these tariffs are going to be targeted. They're not going to be blanket. So again, here we have a situation where I told you guys from the get-go that this was a bad idea when we were talking about 100% tariffs, then it became 50%, then it became 25%. Up until yesterday, it was 25%. Now today, Trump is saying only 10%. Look, man, it's too obvious. And for those of you that bought into it, I'm sorry. Okay. The mechanism here, this is nothing. This is a slap on the wrist, if you even want to call it that, because these tariffs they're not paid by the nation. They're paid by the importers and exporters and then passed on to you. They're laughing at it. But again, what else would you expect in this kind of an environment? But this is exactly what the market wants to hear. Trump here we'll see how it plays out. We had a close yesterday with regard to the S&P 500 above the December high. It looks like on the back of this announcement here, stock futures are higher across the board. This is exactly what the market wanted to hear. This is exactly what the market wanted to hear. You don't matter. You understand? Whatever promises you were made or thought of during the campaign, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to make our enemies pay. Our enemies are laughing. You do realize that, right? And I'm sorry if this is not what you wanted to hear because you really thought things were going to be different this time. But it's true. Look, man, these politicians, they play games. And some of the games they play are very dangerous, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment as well. So anyway, look. So on the back of this, I mean, this is pretty amazing here. Targeted tariffs, exponentially less than what not me, because I realized this was going to happen. We're being sold during the campaign. All right. Now on the back of that, we got stock futures pretty much higher across the board. As I said, Trump just gave the market a gift. On the back of that, we got the MMRI sitting here, about 306. I still don't like it. You got gold and silver here mixed again. And you got cryptocurrencies doing well. Bitcoin over 105,000. Okay, lovely and fantastic. Just beautiful. Now, let us move forward. So it appears that Trump is now switching his attention to artificial intelligence. This is Reuters from this morning here. Oh, don't worry. AI is coming after your job. Just in case you were thinking that maybe things were going to be different. So U.S. President Donald Trump now placing his attention on technology and artificial intelligence. Trump announced private sector investments up to $500 billion. I wonder who these private sector investors are going to be to fund an infrastructure for artificial intelligence. Well, all well and good. This is going to definitely be good for the tech sector of the market. Pretty obvious. So that's where we're going with that. Now, I want to bring something else to your attention as well. Now, before you jump to conclusions on here or maybe get triggered, I want you to read this. Trump orders all federal diversity, equity, and inclusion employees placed on leave beginning today. Let me read this to you. The Trump administration is ordering all federal employees in diversity, equity, and inclusion roles placed on leave by Wednesday evening. It also asks federal agencies to submit a written plan to dismiss these employees, as soon as possible. Now, this is not just the people that you imagine them to be. Again, we must conform in this society. You all know that. If you do not conform, well, then you're persona non grata. These people here that are now facing paid leave and losses of their job as soon as possible here. A lot of these people, I bet, voted for Trump here, but this isn't just about race and gender and what else. This is also people with disabilities. So you better hope that your child is born perfect, that you do not develop a disability or something along those lines, because you're going to be dismissed as well. This is, in my view, sets the United States back 50 years. This is Hitlerism. This is devilism, in my opinion. But what else would you expect from a guy who would not place his hand on the Bible while taking the oath of office? Okay, so there you go, people. This is what you want too, right? This is exactly what you voted for. Not people with gender issues or race issues and whatever. It's also disabilities. All federal diversity, equity, if you know what that even means, and inclusion employees. So you better hope that, like I said, you don't fit into that category, because it's not just going to be federal employees. That's where they're going to start. This is, again, is Hitlerism, devilism, in my view. And again, what would you expect from a guy who wouldn't even put his hand on the Bible during the oath of office? That's just the way it is. Anyway, look, guys and girls, with regard to this market here, look, I'm still very leery about putting cash to work here. I do believe, okay, let me just say this first real quick. I want to see a few dynamics play out here for my Lions to get back in here. I am minimally invested in this market right now. I don't like where I am right now. I did invest more in Bitcoin and XRP. As you all know, I made this announcement. Everything I do, I will make a public announcement of. You all know that, okay? If you subscribe to my newsletter, it's free. Link in the description of this video. You're going to know first. Okay. So I want to see, again, as I outlined for all of you, a pullback here to the December high or somewhere around there, and it holds before I get back into this market. I'd like to see the MMRI drop to below 300. I don't know if we're going to get there anytime soon. I believe eventually with this year we're going to, because I'm telling you right now it's going to happen. It's pretty obvious. You got, the promise, of course, from the diversity expert who's also going to be causing people with disabilities to lose their jobs. As of today, they're going on leave. He's going to work with the Fed to bring you lower rates. And that means, of course, more easy money into the market. Imagine our shock, more distortions across the spectrum of asset classes, and, of course, a lot more debt. You do realize this is where we're going, right? Unless you still don't get it yet. You still don't think so. You think we're going to cut spending. You think deficits are going to shrink. There's no way any of you are that stupid that follow this blog. It's impossible. But so again, with regard to the market, I want to get back in here, no doubt about it. And I'm only capitalizing on the distortions here. It's not real. We got a warning from Jamie Dimon. I don't have a printout for it. You can look it up for yourself. He says the market is inflated. Really, Jamie? Duh. Is it inflated here? Anyway, look, with regard to sectors of this market that are going to benefit greatly under Trumpism, we're going to see banks, cryptocurrencies, quite obviously, defense, space, energy, all that kind of stuff here, And I really believe we're missing the boat here. America should be investing in renewable energy, which we're not. Trump just shut all that down here. So the rest of the world is going to have a big leg up on all of us moving forward, as we're going back to the Stone Age, it looks like, with regard to energy. And of course, Trump just set us back 50 years. 50 years with regard to this. So again, you better hope you don't fit into this group in any way, shape, or form, because you're gone, in case you don't know it. This is a travesty. This is morally wrong. And if you don't agree with me, and if this hurts your feeling, well, let's just see how it plays out for you. You think the Almighty isn't watching you right now and knows every thought that's in your head right now? You don't think so? Well, you better think again, people, because we don't have a good guy here sitting behind the Resolute desk. And I think you guys and girls maybe need to get up to speed. And I don't care if you don't like what I'm saying or not. I really don't. You're free to unsubscribe anytime you like. All right, with that said, people, look, we're going to continue to bet against the system. Hold hard assets here. We are going to see debt and deficit balloon like you cannot possibly believe, and then some. we're going to see things you're not going to believe moving forward, like setting the United States back 50 years with regard to employment, people with disabilities, and if anybody that's different, that doesn't conform here, even if they're American citizens that voted for the thing that is now sitting behind the Resolute desk. Yeah, you heard that right. Anyway, guys and girls, let's do what we got to do. You know what we got to do. We got this down. That's it. Love you all from the heart, and let's see how this plays out. I'll see all of you later. 4:05 p.m. Eastern for the live stream, right? That's all.